ago, maybe a little bit more, and I tend to write about either what you guys asked me to write about or something that I just have to say that I'm going through. So, for example, right now in my life, I'm going through some things that I'm always writing down things on napkins and in my iPhone. And I feel like I've had a lot of struggles with relationships, and I used to have a lot of struggles with business. And not that I don't have any now, but I used to really struggle with business. I always wanted to get somewhere and be successful, and I wasn't. And I realized that I learned so much more from my mistakes than my successes. And it makes you feel better when you go through something difficult if you can help somebody else, if you can really kind of express exactly what you're going through and somehow crystallize it, and for me, get it on paper and then communicate it, because then it feels like if it's just me that's miserable and other people could not make the same mistake, then I guess it's worth it.
And that's why we love you, because you do help us through every situation. We kind of feel like we live it with you. What's the one thing?
Well, you guys helped me through so many situations, I mean, to say the least.
That's awesome. What's the one thing that you've learned about men, if you can pinpoint it to one thing that women need to know?
I think that, I mean, the first two chapters, and it really did hit me in the last year. It wasn't something I realized. Years ago, when I was probably too young to understand it, I read Men Are From Mars and Women Are From Venus. And I think I just realized that women really want to workshop everything and think it through. Why didn't you think about what I was thinking? Why didn't you do what I wanted you to do and plan this? And, you know, I know you just, a woman, I could be in an argument with someone I was in a relationship with 5 seconds before walking out here and still engage in it and be like to the last second, you know, and wait, be thinking about it and then leave here and then call them. A man, if you call them at the office and they're not doing anything special, they're just sitting around at the office, I can't talk about this right now. They can't deal in the same way. They don't want you to be like on top of them about things when they walk in the door. They really do. I'm not saying men aren't complicated and complex and interesting and smart, but when it comes to the interaction, I think that men really just want their food, the remote, the dog, sex, and like some sleep, and you to get off them when they walk the door. And we just want to get into it, and we're just different. And I think that you have to realize the differences, or be a lesbian, and you know, accept that.
You're saying